Yo, guys, welcome to another Trade for the Living podcast episode. So, today we're going to be talking about why I am thinking that we need to hold our Bitcoin longs over the weekend. So, if you look at the funding rates, historically, when real good bottoms get created, you'll see that the funding rate at the bottom will flip negative, which means there would be an insane imbalance in the market regarding the amount of longs versus short traders. So you can see really good bottoms are normally followed with the funding rate flipping negative. Why does 50% of the wick buy work? Very simple. When you look at massive liquidation events as well, like you can see on the chart here, when there is a big liquidation event, it basically the market from a charting point of view, you're looking at the low at the 12th of May. There's the low, the 12th of May. The market has unfinished business at that area, meaning a lot of guys got really wrecked. And at this stage, they want to reposition themselves. And also the market needs to basically make sure where the support is in. So we looked for the 50% of the wick buy, which is what we did. We used that low. Just going to work on this chart, perhaps. It's going to be a little bit easier for you guys. So we worked on the 50% of the wick buy based on the fact that the market was going to go and test that area for continuation onwards. Now, guys, this morning I went and I said to everybody that I'm thinking that we're going to move and we're going to remain bullish. Now, I've already given you guys two reasons for that already. I'm also adding to my longs now. From a large point of view, the whole idea is when there's going to be divergence in the market, we need to have a lot of small mom and dad kind of traders trapped in at highs. And the only way that that's going to happen is when the market pumps, when they're available to buy or when their emotions take over. And typically, when that happens, when we look at the chart from that point, you'll see that the market will rally up in a really quick fashion. But you will have a scenario where your RSI does not make a higher high. And that trap for Bitcoin, that buy the dip top that we're looking for, could potentially only be at 112 and for the weekly time. We're sitting in a situation where there's a lot of these coins that are starting their banana cycle. They're basically falling, they slowly but surely building a base. Okay. The high that I am expecting for Bitcoin now would be the result, or would result in that most of these alts are going to move into their buy zones. Now, this one's quite early, FMC, I'm looking to add. Now, don't be mistaken. This is a 30% drawdown stop range. So it's not a leveraged coin that you can just buy and hold. You get wrecked. But the fact that the momentum is slowing down for Bitcoin, these coins are slowly but surely now going to start grinding in the area. And I will be looking for longs for them as well, because the upward potential is exceptionally high for these kind of. Yesterday, I explained to you guys that Ethereum has more downward potential. We've lost support. We've now kind of reclaimed it on the 4-hour time frame. And the ultimate buy is still around $2,000 from where we are at this moment. Okay, that could potentially be where I will look for ETH. I'll update it slightly. I think the buy is maybe a little bit higher now. The fact that we made a higher high, but you can clearly see momentum is lost. So ETH, where it's at now, will potentially, when we do top out, Bitcoin does hit its marker and start selling down, will come down violently. The alts are like a leverage coin, like Bitcoin on leverage, but it's just spot. They're extremely volatile. Their swings are big. So you're going to have to anticipate that. So don't try and time the buy the dip too early, because if you do that, you're going to get left in wreck behind. So I'm selling at the moment spot. I'm not necessarily buying, and I'm looking for the dip so that I can get in there. Okay. This doesn't mean that on the 4-hour, I cannot trade long. I'm allowed to have any bias I want as a trader. Okay. So if you want to participate in what I do during the day, I do this for a living, guys. You're more than welcome to join me in the Discord. Links everywhere in the description. And Prime unlocks the access, so you'll be able to chat and talk to me the whole day, whatever you need. Okay, there you have it. Make sure to hit the notification icon so that you get notified if I do go live in the afternoon for the alts. And that's it. Have a lovely day, guys. Cheers.